Hi boys and girls, today I will be teaching you a math lesson. You are going to learn how to use a number line. And a number line is very useful for adding, subtracting, and counting. Now, let me explain. This is our number line, and it goes from 0 to 10. Now, just like our frog that hops across a pond onto lily pads, you are going to help our frog hop up and down the number line. Now, let me just demonstrate a little bit. So, here we have our number line, and we have our lily pads for our frog. So, when we are going across the lily pads, we are simply adding. We are doing addition. So, let's try counting together. So, we start from 0, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a 6, and a 7, and a 8, and a 9, and a 10. So, when our frog is jumping across the lily pads, we are essentially doing an addition on the number line. Now, let's look at a math problem real quick, just to explain it a little further. So, let's look at this. We have 2. What's this? What's this symbol? This looks like a plus sign, which means that our problem is going to be an addition problem. And what does that mean when we have an addition problem? It means our frog is now going to be jumping across the lily pads. So, we have 2 plus 3 equals what? Alright, well let's figure that out. Alright, so we start from 0, and we're going to help our frog jump across by 2 lily pads. So, let's try jumping across now. Alright, so we go from 0, and a 1, and a 2. So now, our frog is on the second lily pad. But wait, this means that our frog has to jump by 3 more lily pads. So, we're going to start from our frog here, and we're going to count by 3 more. 1, and a 2, and a 3. So now our frog is here. But what is here? Which lily pad is the frog on? It looks like the frog is on the 5th lily pad. And why is that? Well, we started from 0, and we hopped 2 lily pads. But then we had to hop another 3 lily pads. So we hopped 3 more. 2, 3. Which means our frog landed on the 5th lily pad. So what does that mean? It means 2 plus 3 equals 5. Now, let's look at another math problem just to, make sure that our frog is jumping across the way the right way. So, I'm going to take my other marker here. So, let's look at another problem. We have 4, and what's this symbol again? Right. This is the addition sign. This is our plus sign, which means our frog is still going to be jumping across the lily pads rather than going backwards. So, what does this mean? 4 plus 2 equals what? Well, let's find out. So, we're going to start by jumping across 4 lily pads. So, we start from 0, and we're going to jump by 4. 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. Well, now our frog is on the 4th lily pad. But wait, our frog has to jump by 2 more lily pads. So, what does that mean? Well, it means our little froggy friend, has to start from the 4th lily pad and jump by 2 more. So let's try that. And a 1, and a 2. Well, now our frog is right here. And what is here? This looks like our frog is on the 6th lily pad. And why is he on the 6 lily pad? Well, we started by jumping across 4 lily pads, but then we had to move again by 2. So we hopped by 1 and 2, and that means our frog is on the 6 lily pad. That means 4 plus 2 equals 6. Now, number lines are not just important for addition, but they're also really important for subtraction. So when our frog is going across the lily pads, he's not going across the lily pads because we're not adding this time. We're subtracting, which means our frog has to start from here and go back across the lily pads. So let's start by looking at an example. So we have right here 7. This doesn't look like a plus sign. So what does that mean? Well, this looks like a minus sign. So what does that tell us? It means instead of our frog going across the lily pads, it means our frog is going back from the lily pads. So we have 7 minus 3 equals what? Well, let's find out. So, since our starting number is 7, that means our frog is going to start on the 7th lily pad. And then we're going to jump. We're going to hop by 3. So, let's take our frog and move across the lily pads by 3. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Now our frog is right here. And it looks like our frog is on the 4th lily pad. But why is that? Well, we started from the 7th lily pad and we moved by 3 lily pads. 1, 2, 3. So now our frog is on the 4th lily pad. So what does that mean? Well, it means 7 minus 3 equals 4. All right. Now, let's look at another problem and double check to see if what we're doing from the first problem was right. Well, let's see. We have 8, and what's the symbol again? Right, subtraction. This is a minus sign. We're not going across the lily pads, we're going back, right? Yeah, that's right. Okay, so we have 8 minus 6 equals what? All right, well, let's find out. So, our frog has to start on the 8th lily pad because our starting number is 8. So, our frog is right here, and it says that our frog has to move backwards by 6. So, we're going to hop backwards by 6 now. So, with me, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a 6. So, where did our frog go this time? Well, it looks like our frog is on the 2nd lily pad. And why is that? Well, our frog started from the 8th lily pad, and we had to move by 6. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means 8 minus 6 equals 2. Let me fix that. Alrighty. So, we have now learned how to jump across the number line by using addition, and we had to jump back on the other side of the number line using subtraction. Now, I hope everyone has learned a very important lesson on using number lines and how they are important for addition, subtraction, and counting. I hope you had a great day.